Good morning, and we're on to day 11, so we're just about the halfway point in time, and we crossed the halfway point of the trail today. At the end of the day I'm going to have to swap onto a new map. So Bowes Castle just in the background there. Just stopped on this excellent bench just outside the village. Spent the night at the Ancient Unicorn, which was very comfortable. Somewhat chaotic. Staff are great, will do anything for you, but yeah, everything was just a bit shambolic. I think they're sort of fairly new to the game, but yeah, it was an enjoyable evening there last night, and very comfortable stay. Got about 12 miles into Middleton-in-Teesdale. I'm full of painkillers. I've had stuff rubbed on my feet and my ankles and my legs, briefing gel and whatnot, so I'm feeling a bit better this morning. We'll see how this holds up. Bit of climbing today. It was a downhill almost all the way yesterday. Yeah, it's going to be a warm one as well, so I am heading up this road here, and we'll catch you a bit later on. That's the hill out of Bowes over, so got a bit of road walking now. Relatively flat, which is good. I'll just plod along and try and get into a nice steady rhythm. Up through a military training area today apparently, so watch out for some red flags. But everything feels okay at the moment. Just a few niggles here and there. My knees were actually quite sore this morning, which is a bit of a concern, but yeah, a few short days ahead, so hopefully that will help things. But I think this is pretty unforgiving country, especially in poor weather, and pretty bleak too. Anyway, I'll stop rambling now until I find something interesting. I'm guessing that this site must have been ammunition dumps. There's all sorts of ruins kicking about here in the fields either side. What looks like sheds, or these things that were sort of built up with bomb shelters. You can see what looks like a big hangar up there. I know further along the A66 there's a big training area. I'm not sure if it's still in use actually, but certainly all of this has been abandoned a long time ago. Just amuses me a little bit that there's livestock grazing on this dangerous land. I half expect to see an exploding sheep. Big shout out to anyone who was unlucky enough to spend some time up here. just come across the bridge there to the way marker here. I'm just pointing up this path. I'm going to have to trust that this is going in the right direction. Now we've got a way marker there, that's good. So, not much of a path. This is potentially a bit tricky. So, I might actually have to use the compass for the first time. As I've come north, the trails become less and less well trodden. And here, I suppose the Bows Loop, that the numbers will split for folk stopping at Bows or folk going all the way through to Middleton and Teesdale, or vice versa. Yeah, there's not much of a path here. Helped navigation wise by the wall, so we follow this wall for a fair bit until we cross another boundary of some kind, and then I'll check the map again. But not quite as bleak. I suspect that's Barnard Castle in the distance. But this has been pleasant this morning. Hips are grumbling a bit. I think if things start moaning too much, I'll just stop and have a good half-hour break. There's no rush. Maybe done about 3.5 miles so far this morning, so I should be down at less than 10 to go. Yeah, there's been a nice breeze, but boy, it's muggy. It really is muggy. Have to check the map because I ain't got a scooby where the path goes. There's a bit of a track here, still by the wall. I'm guessing down towards that gully there, but who knows. So the path passes just to the left of this crag here. I think if the mist was down, this would be a bit tricky. Definitely you need a map and compass here. I'm using the Harvey's map, which is excellent and good for navigation. I've also got the Trailblazer guide and the official guide with me, just in case, so I'm alright for mapping. A worst case scenario, I've also got OS maps on my mobile with the route plotted in, so I should be alright. But in clear weather like this it's not too bad, but as you can see there ain't much of a path. like rural country. Totally different to what we've been walking through so far on this. It's quite funny, Meadow seems to be a bit of a psychological point on the trail, for me at least. So it's crossing the A66, which is a bit of a psychological halfway point. I think we're just coming up to the halfway point here, somewhere around these reservoirs. Wow. And also when I get to Middleton-in-Teesdale, I'm onto a new map. That's the end of the Pennine Way South map. So lots of little sort of watershed moments. Wow, this is glorious this morning here. So we're nearly back on the main route. I think we're back on route somewhere up near this dam directly in front of us. So done about 4.5–5 miles this morning. Probably got around another 7 or 8 to do to the campsite at least. So I've actually made steady progress over the moor, and I'm not feeling too bad. I was completely done at this point yesterday, really just I think it was the lack of a breakfast more than anything else, but yesterday just really took it out of me, and I'm so glad it was a short day. Managed to have a proper rest. Yesterday sort of dozed in the afternoon, had quite a late meal, had a wee chat in the bar last night. There's another guy walking the Pennine Ways. I think he's not far behind me, he's about maybe 20–30 minutes behind me at the moment. So all in all, a good decision last night to go into, I love the name, the Ancient Unicorn. It was a bit faulty towers in a good way last night. Coming up to the end of the Bowes Loop, or Bowes Loop. Huge squad of folk on the trail there. Must be about 10 over there. There's supposedly a place with an honesty box as well, which I'll be quite pleased to see. If they got Lucozade, that'll go down a treat. But coming off the moor, this has been very pleasant. and we must be past the halfway point of the trail now. The loop into Bows is a bit longer than the main trail, so all good. But yeah, I'm not feeling too bad still. Took a few painkillers this morning, mind, but yeah. Huge. Probably Duke of Edinburgh. Wouldn't be surprised. And I think we're back on the main route of the Pennine Way. That's the end of the Bows loop. Let's see if there's a distance on this. Been just walking through some lovely wildflower meadows here. Yeah, we're back on the main route. Doesn't give a distance, unfortunately, but there we go. Bows loop done. So rough guess, we should be about halfway to Middleton-in-Teesdale now. Cheers, thank you. Got it. Cheers. Yeah. Got it, yeah? Yeah. There we are, over the top of the final hill, looking down on Middlesmoor. And again, just another fabulous valley. It's had its ups and downs today. There's been quite a few ups and downs. Not a great deal of climbing, but just sort of over one hill, down, then back up the next, and down, and then back up another one. Little honesty box further back as well. Got a can of juice and a lion bar from there. Feeling okay, but yeah, my feet are beginning to grumble now. But yeah, what a view. Nice easy trail. I like this. Coming down is, I'm finding really hard on the legs and the feet. But we're maybe there, half a mile to go, something like that. Supposed to be thundering this afternoon as well. So it'd be good to get the tent up before that happens. But these descents into the dales is just, they're a different world from the moors. It's quite incredible. And this one's quite heavily wooded as well. That's where we're heading tomorrow, up in that direction. Just a river walk tomorrow, I think, up to YHA Langdon Beck. Nice and short again, 9 or 10 miles, something like that. So another rest day. But I think the way my feet are feeling at the moment, it was a good idea to put these shorter days in. Because just all of a sudden, I think the fatigue sort of caught up with me a little bit, really. I'm not surprised. Well, here I think it's something like the 130 mile mark, probably a little bit more since we went into Hawes Pa's bows. The bows looked added a few miles on to the overall distance. So yeah, it's crazy to think I've still got well over 100 miles to go. If this was 130, probably somewhere in the region of about 125, something like that, I think. Feels like Kinder Scout was a world away. It really does. Annydale. To be honest, it's a minor miracle that I've got here. And it's now a case of just keep going and seeing how far we can get. Excuse the gate. Anyway, right, it's getting closer. I'm going downhill to a finish. But the map has the holiday park right on the route, just down here on the right, but I've not seen any sign of it so far. I'm hoping it's just been hidden by these trees and the houses. So the route doesn't actually go into town. Goes up, turns left at the river, but I'm hoping as I turn the corner here I should start seeing some tents and caravans and whatnot. Oh, there's a bit steep down. There's a caravan there, which is a good sign. So I think there might be a bar on the campsite as well, which is good. So we'll see if they do food. If they do food, that is a real bonus. If they don't, I'm probably going to have to hoof it into town. Find a pub there.